Tempers ran hot as protesters tried to keep busloads of undocumented immigrants out of the Murrieta Border Patrol station and out of their community.
Return the sender!
I haven't been gainfully employed. I started raising reptiles to put food on my table. And how are we going to feed these kids? You know, hundreds of thousands, supposedly, and I can't even feed my 4 kids. I mean, it's a bitter pill to swallow.
New pictures show just how packed Border Patrol facilities in Texas have become after a continuing surge of immigrant families and unaccompanied children flee Central America. Around 9 a.m., 136 immigrants were flown from McAllen International Airport to Lindbergh Field to ease up the overcrowding. They're mostly adults with young children, and they were loaded up on 3 buses and driven to Murrieta for processing. The Department of Homeland Security selected the station along with a handful of others because it's inland and will divert fewer resources from the border. As these buses arrive, they're being met by angry protesters, throngs of people blocking the streets, not letting the buses through. At times, protesters clashed with counter-protesters who came to support the migrants.
I think that this is going to be the Rosa Parks moment for immigration, when they realize that these are children that, through no fault of their own, are living in a very dangerous situation. If they don't leave, they're going to be killed by the drug gangs, the organized crime.
After a 30-minute stalemate, the buses eventually turned around and headed towards the freeway.
This is wrong!
But for these demonstrators, it doesn't stop there.
Humanely and kindly repatriate these individuals to their home countries where they're citizens, because we need to take care of our own children.
In Murrieta, Derek Stahl, San Diego 6 News.
If you have driven along the 78 near San Pasqual Road anytime since February, you may have noticed 22 white crosses on a hill.
So why are they there and what do they stand for? CW6's Nancy Aziz found out.
I wish I didn't have to do it. I wish that there wasn't a necessity to talk about it. It breaks my heart.
Mark Linshield wants people to notice his monument on the hill because he says too many people don't see the problem it represents.
22 a day, 737 a week of people just literally taking their own life. This is supposed to be the best country in the world. Why are so many people dying to get out of it?
With his own hands, he crafted 22 crosses, carefully aligning them in neat rows. 22 crosses for the 22 military vets who commit suicide every day.
For me, this was nothing. My contribution here to get people talking about it, to get people recognizing it was little compared to these people die.
Flags of each branch of the service fly at the monument's edge, and atop each cross, Linshield placed a light. So even at night, the monument's visible, shining light on the dark reality of veteran suicide.
There's a lot of things we can do, but it all starts with talking. It all starts with recognizing that there's a problem. If you see somebody in distress, tell them, I don't know exactly what to do, but I love you, I care about you, and I'm here. Tell me what I can do. It's a beautiful day, isn't it?
Linshield's lost veterans to suicide. He's also battled depression himself, but he's finding his own healing here.
Every few nights, I look it over. It's really tranquil. And when it's lit up, it's peaceful. You can think a lot.
He just hopes his monument will get other people thinking of how they can help veterans too.
When you drive past this corner or you see a military or you read about a suicide in the newspaper or you hear about, get involved. Your voice matters.
In San Pasqual Valley, Nancy Aziz, CW 6 News.
Linshield hopes his monument inspires people to hug a vet, help a vet, do anything but just drive on by. There is a monument Facebook page and website where people can share information and stories. We put a link on our website.
San Diego 6's Phil Farrar is joining us live in Linda Vista, where the community has teamed up in hopes of brightening the holiday for our servicemen and women. Phil.
Christmas and gift giving coming early here in San Diego for military families. Several companies and corporations donating everything from trees to turkey and, of course, toys to Lincoln and housing and military. At the Armed Services YMCA in Mercy Canyon, the main chapel looked like Santa's workshop. Hundreds of bikes and more than 1,000 toys, ready to be picked up by curious seeking moms.
Here we have arrived.
Each mom or dad assisted by a personal shopper. Michi Steenhardt searched for her children. The holiday mission?
For the dolls or creative, for my 2 girls. Yes. Well, we're thankful for this program. Yeah, for our kids and for our military families. We're grateful. Yes.
This mom has a 2-year-old and an 8-year-old, says they are very active and inquisitive. But she knew exactly which toys to pick.
I found a truck. He's a big fan of trucks, and I also find science stuff. My other son, he's all into science, so we got his science. He can grow his crystal, so I know he's gonna be happy.
Companies and more than 100 volunteers at this location made this happen. The bikes had to be assembled, toys lined up by ages, an all-out ground assault that included presents wrapped by Padres personnel.
This is just another special way to say thank you to our service members and their families for all their sacrifice, and it's another way to augment their Christmas.
Nancy Aziz with that part of the story.
Police officers will tell you they are one big family, and when one officer is killed, everyone feels that pain. Today, they are doing their job with heavy hearts.
242, John, do you show me tonight?
Work goes on at police departments around the country today, crime not stopping because officers hurt.
And our prayers definitely go out to their family members, but we understand that it's something that we signed up for, to face the dangers in society so that other people don't have to face them.
At Chula Vista PD, flags fly at half-staff. Some officers are wearing bereavement bands, a visible sign of support for the officers who died.
Every officer feels just incredibly bad when they hear another officer falls on the line of duty. And of course, you can always give us a call if you need any help with anything. You know that, Kevin, right?
Chula Vista officer Michael St. Clair says he's just as committed to protecting the community now as ever, but says the shooting has him and other officers on alert.
A lot of officers are on the lookout a little bit more cautious when it comes time to, driving around, or a car pulls up next to us. We definitely look at them probably more than we do normally, just for our own safety.
But amid the concerns, there are so many signs of support from the community. People saying thank you, sending flowers and food.
It really is touching to the heart that I know people are still supportive of police officers. I pulled you over today because I noticed one of your brake lights was out.
St. Clair says he hopes good will somehow come from the Dallas tragedy and the events leading up to it, that both sides can again learn to trust.
We are an entity that's held to a higher standard than anyone else, and we need to be held to a higher standard. So I understand the emotion that's out there right now. I definitely do. But all I can ask is that people just continue to view us as individuals and understand that we're working to try and make it better, make the police department a better environment. I don't want to hold you up too much longer. I'm not going to give you a ticket today.
And one veteran officer told me today he has never seen a more polarizing time in law enforcement in the last 20 years.
And the Chargers appear to be going to Los Angeles.
Sunday started badly for the Charger fans, finished worse for the NFL team. Owner Dean Spanos told CBS, "I'm leaning towards going to Los Angeles." Then as much as 80% of the stadium showed up wearing Raider colors. Quarterback Phillip Rivers called it a road game. The Chargers defense put up a valiant fight, but it ended as a Raiders 19-16 win. Rivers hooked up on a 47-yard TD pass to Travis Benjamin to start the day, but the Raiders dominated much of the afternoon. San Diego's defense, with its backs to the wall, snuffed out drives at the 6, the 3, and the 1. One on a Kyle Emanuel fumble recovery, the other on a Trovon Reed goal line interception. But the Raiders outgained the Bolts 134-4 through much of the opening half. And Oakland got back into it with a Michael Crabtree TD catch right before halftime. Then turnovers and sacks wiped out the effort. Up 16-13 in the fourth quarter, rookie Ken Farrow stripped of the ball in the pile, led to a game-tying field goal. Emanuel made a key third down stop, forcing another field goal, but Oakland had the lead. And then backed up to his own goal line, Rivers took a big sack, then a big hit, and result, Reggie Nelson interception. A visibly upset Mike McCoy saw his team fall to 5-9. Rivers said it was tough to see silver and black everywhere in the stands.
Every loss is tough. Every loss, these These guys do so much, you know, and it's tough in this league when you don't win. They work so hard, and I mean that's what we do. I mean that this is our profession. So, you know, when these guys fight these tails off and don't get the rewards, it's tough. You know, they deserve to win.
Obviously, it's been two tough seasons. Two of the toughest in my 13 years. Obviously, wins wise. We've there's a stretch there where we were 8-8 or better for a long time. These last two, it's been tough, and we've had some tough home losses, and obviously there's some other things going on as well.